All right, thank you so much for joining today in the Passion of Resurrection. It's really great we can continue with the daily lessons with some specific expressions of Master Teacher, for instance, but also some expressions found in the Course in Miracles that are supporting the lessons, and so that's helpful. And here we are. This is just a new day, just opening everything up again, and here we are. And wherever you find yourself, this is happening to you. This is your moment. This is your time. This is all your consciousness. There's nothing outside of it. And it's looking like this today. How lovely is that? Or however it is. It's great. It's great. So today there's one new piece, you could say, one new transcript of Master Teacher that came to the service that will be used, like thinking about making a booklet of it, because it's really like, the title would be like Pick Up Your Bed and Walk, and the subtitle would be Further Instructions for Healing. And that to me is very inspiring as a title, as a booklet. So this is one talk that Master Teacher held in England in 1997, and that was very specific what happened there. And so as it is always, it's always very specific. But yeah, it's fun to take a look at the first page of it, for instance, to discover a little bit about what I'm talking about. This is continuously where we're dealing with. Here's the Course in Miracles. Here's the miracle. Now it's available. The miracle is available. You can do the lessons. The miracle is available. The love of God is right here. I didn't go anywhere. And here you are. In your dream, in your where are you actually? Where are you present? That's really where this is about. Like, where are you present? Are you experiencing the happiness that is promised in the lessons that we're doing right now? It's like, oh yeah, I want that. I want that happiness. Sure, yes. But then, okay, so that's given. It's right here. Now, what's the problem? Why wouldn't you want to accept that? So apparently, if you are like supremely happy, you missed a point here, and that point might not directly be, say, easy to discover or to let it come to the surface. Like, what on earth is going on? Not accepting this. Well, we're not going to focus on that, but it is good to have it shown to you. Like, this is the last thing you want to do, remember? This is A Course in Miracles. This is in fact the end of you as you know yourself. That is a joyous occasion altogether, because what you made of yourself didn't really make you happy. It was like quite a mess. It is war, it's chaos, it's violence, it is destruction, it is all these things. Here's our healing goal. Here's our healing opportunity. So all the associations of fear in every form that it is represented had no effect upon the eternity, had no real effect upon you. That is like first accepted as a concept, like, okay, well, that's great. That's a relief, not being affected by that. Wonderful. That's great. But you don't really fully realize what that means. So today I'm going to at least hope that this will sink in deeper. Like, this is not just like that did not have an effect, but the fact that it didn't have an effect can really bring up some deep joy that you haven't allowed so far. So that needs to come up. Simple as that. Like, that needs to come up. That needs to be experienced by you. Otherwise, you don't know what this is about. Now that is basically your spiritual path, to allow this happiness to come to the surface and actually let everything else fall away for a moment, to start with, for a moment, to release whatever you thought was in the way, and getting the hang of doing that and wanting more of that happiness, wanting to have that fully in your awareness, in terms of you want to be the flow of happiness. That's the invitation, and that needs constant reminders, because the tendency of the mind is at least to make it small, to contract, and to be concerned, and to not knowing what the next step will be, or feeling very much like threatened by whatever is coming up. And here we can open again, asking for the miracle. So this, I'm going to read a little bit from the first chapter, from the first page, really, where that is summarized by Master Teacher as an introduction to the talk that he's actually going to give. So you see here, take up your bed and walk. John 2-5, lesson 182, England, November 5th in 97. Don't attempt to complicate it. It won't be complicated, because all I could be teaching you is your own situational transformation. There isn't anything, when you open up to the New Testament, that will not be, first of all, Jesus' recognition of himself that occurred at baptism, and amazingly enough, the maturity of himself as he developed his own aggregation of mind to the realization of his full resurrection. You are on that path. I don't understand how someone could come and present themselves to you as answering all of your problems without being aware of your problems. I'm trying to stay out of all the crap here and show you the simplicity of this teaching in regards to the scriptural New Testament. I have to give you final instruction on how healing works. That is, how I could look at you to present myself to you, and you could immediately be well. How I could look at you or present myself to you, and you could immediately be well. We are opening spiritual healing centers, and there isn't any possibility that this world is going to recognize a spiritual healing center. It's just not possible. It seems to you in your mind it is, but it is not. The dilemma of Jesus in the performance of miracles is going to be exactly and precisely the same dilemma that you are experiencing in the realization of the mind's capacity to heal. It's not acceptable. You can laugh about it, joke about it, do anything you want, but it's not acceptable, because it is the ultimate solution to the problem. When you search for the solution within your own aggregation of historic reference, or judgment, or self-containment, or laws of chaos, or reciprocity, an eye for an eye, pain, death, loneliness, obviously you're not looking for the ultimate solution. You would find it immediately if there is one. Since there is one, and you are searching for it, and don't find it, it must be that when it is presented to you, you're going to deny it. Amen. It could not be because you're not searching for anything that I'm not offering you. It's incredible. And the joyous thing is, for those of you who are hearing this, it's extremely lucid, and it's extremely simple. Well, to read that, it's like, oh my God, I love this. I love this, because this is literally what is happening, what's recurring, what is happening. It's like that keeps coming back, and that's devastating in a certain sense. Like it doesn't seem to be picked up. That's pretty amazing, isn't it? So you are being offered the total solution. and you say, nah, no, not now, no, I'm too busy with my problems. I need my problems first, and yeah, there will be a time that I will come to that, to the solution of all this. But now, for now, no, sorry, now I'm not interested. That's basically what you say when you don't accept this fully and enter into the lucidity of the message here. And then looking back at my healing, in my healing, that's why this happened. Like, I look back at my transformational years, ever since the start of the big change that occurred within me. This has been the story. Like, okay, now I have found the solution. I am open to receive this. Now I want to give this away. I want to extend myself because, and then there's the wall. There's the wall. It's like, no, it's not going to be accepted. No, you're crazy. You're this, you're that, you're whatever that is. It's like, that is so amazing. I don't want to hear about it. No, there's also darkness. There's also this. There's also a world. There's also my sickness. There's also this. There's also, and on and on and on and on, wherever that is being presented. And this is of course part of my mind, my human mind, you could say, as a reflection of what I'm thinking, what I have been thinking. These ideas I can't get rid of. You know, you can't get rid of these ideas since they are literally part of your human construct. Now, the undoing of that and the change of that cannot occur by you trying to get rid of that and trying to be open. So this is why this is a transformational path that has nothing to do with your input, but it has everything to do with you allowing a change to occur to yourself. Basically, recognizing that you have no option but to wake up in the love of God, and that you don't want anything else. So this is where we come to. This is a repeating story. This is the only thing, in fact, that Master Teacher is teaching, that I'm teaching, that I'm extending, because this needs to be accepted, and it is only accepted when it is experienced. It is not accepted as an idea, just as a concept. It's like, no. This is literally, the acceptance is the change, is the transformation. The acceptance is that holy instant where you're launched into. That is not accepting a concept. That is not, oh, now I understand it. So there's something else. There's a whole different level of acceptance that you enter into. But up to that point, in fact, the rest is nothing. That was only like, I want that to be true. I would love that to be true. But at the same time, I love to deny that too. So in fact, the total recognition of your corruption, literally, to hang on to what you think you are, to not let go of that. So that comes to us all the time, and in all kinds of ways. So I'm curious to read more of this beautiful talk of Master Teacher, because he drags you down into it too. He keeps, in fact, presenting to you, here's the light. Here's the light. No, there is no alternative. No, how you have described yourself is nothing. That what you see as your life, as your existence, has no meaning, and is not an occurrence, and had no effect at all on eternity. So we're talking here from out of time, looking at time. Like, no, it has no effect. No, there's no discontinuity of eternity, because eternity has nothing to do with time. It is everything there is. There is nothing else. So now this is the healing principle that we're up to, like that we're basically looking at. Now see, when we use this, in the lessons that we're going to take a look at today, in a bit of chapter 8, where we're going to take a look at today, see if that comes back to us. But I'm basically sure that it will be. So let's first then get started with a specific prayer. It's a miracle prayer from the talk that we're going to listen to on Wednesday, the Passion of Resurrection with Teilhard de Chardin. But then it's like Master Teacher's teaching. He's bringing in some expressions of Teilhard de Chardin, but basically he's using the miracle prayer lessons in the whole video. Now the first one he uses is I follow in my appointed way. So this is our meditation for now. So let's be still with that and take time to once again, really, it's like here's the offering. I follow in my appointed way. Well, not my way, not with my... Well, this is the idea that came up to me too. There's a word connected to it. So I'm just taking a little bit of time to express this. Otherwise I forget the idea. That's the idea of negotiation. Like negotiation is like a fashion word right now. See, you would love to negotiate with God. You want to negotiate. You want to have like, yeah, let's talk about this. Yeah, of course I want to be happy, but let's talk about this because I've my certain ideas about what that would mean, and I'm not so sure if I'm going to get them by just plain surrender. So let's negotiate about it. Like a little bit of God and a little bit of me. We should be able to come to a compromise. Sounds familiar, right? It's like that's world politics right now. It's like no, there's no compromise to be made here. No, this is like the love of God is not negotiable. The love of God is, and there's here you are with your statements, your desires, basically. Like if your desire isn't fully a desire for God, as your only desire, then you're gonna feel as if there's something left out, and that will stir up some serious defense. So in that sense, the negotiations will lead to nothing because only God is real, only God is true. That's all. But I thought it was a funny idea because it's the human tendency to come to a gray area where the two can meet. And here there is no gray area. You either accept the love of God, which is everything there is, or you accept nothing, basically. And you stand with empty hands in your limited association of mind as a human being, but nothing but limitations, the sickness, disease, disaster, and death, like as a total formulation of your limitation. So sit back and relax, because this is the time to just let it happen. Don't forget to breathe and to relax your shoulders, you could say. I might as well just let this happen. I follow in the way appointed me. I have a special place to fill, a role for me alone. Salvation waits until I take this part as what I choose to do. Until I make this choice, I am a slave of time and human destiny. But when I willingly and gladly go the way my Father's plan appointed me to go, then will I recognize salvation is already here, already given to all my brothers, and already mine as well. So here's our prayer. Father, your way is what I choose today. Where it would lead me, I choose to go. What it would have me do, I choose to do. Your way is certain, and the end secure. The memory of you awaits me there, and all my sorrows end in your embrace, which you have promised to your Son, who thought mistakenly that he had wandered from the sure protection of your loving arms. I follow in my appointed way.
Je vais dans la voie qui m'est assignée. J'ai une place particulière à remplir, un rôle pour moi seul. Le salut attend jusqu'à ce que je prenne ce rôle pour ce que je choisis de faire, jusqu'à ce que je fasse ce choix. Je suis l'esclave du temps et de la destinée humaine. Mais quand je vais de plein gré et avec joie dans la voie que le plan de mon Père m'a assignée, alors je reconnais que le salut est déjà là, déjà donné à tous mes frères et déjà à moi aussi. Père, ta voie est ce que je choisis aujourd'hui. Où elle voudrait me conduire, je choisis d'y aller. Ce qu'elle voudrait que je fasse, je choisis de le faire. Ta voie est certaine et la fin est sûre. La mémoire de toi m'attend là, et tous mes chagrins prennent fin dans ton étreinte, que tu as promise à ton Fils qui pensait à tort s'être égaré de la protection sûre de tes bras aimants.
Father, your way is what I choose today. Where it would lead me, do I choose to go. What it would have me do, I choose to do. Your way is certain, and the end secure. The memory of you awaits me there, and all my sorrows end in your embrace, which you have promised to your Son, who thought mistakenly he had wandered from the sure protection of your loving arms. All right, thank you so much. So we continue with lesson 101 with some expressions So just some considerations. If sin is real, then punishment is just and cannot be escaped. Salvation thus cannot be purchased, but through suffering. If sin is real, then happiness must be illusion, for they cannot both be true. See, salvation cannot be purchased. It is not a negotiation. So interesting. If sin is real, then happiness must be illusion, for they cannot both be true. The sinful warrant only death and pain, and it is this they ask for they know it waits for them, and it will seek them out and find them somewhere, sometime, in some form, which evens the account they owe to God. They would escape him in their fear, and yet he will pursue, and they cannot escape. That is what the sinful think. If sin is real, salvation must be pain. Pain is the cost of sin, and suffering can never be escaped if sin is real. Salvation must be feared, for it will kill but slowly, taking everything away before it grants the welcome boon of death to victims who are little more than bones before salvation is appeased. Its wrath is boundless, merciless, but wholly just. So that's like darkness right here. There is no sin, Jesus says. There is no sin. We practice this thought as often as we can today because it is the basis for today's idea. God's will for you is perfect happiness because there is no sin. And suffering is causeless. Joy is just and pain is but a sign you have misunderstood yourself. God's will for me is perfect happiness. There is no sin. It has no consequence. All right, well, see here, it comes together. Huh? So it's like you believe sin to be real and you don't want to get rid of it now because you're guilty and you need to pay the price for it. That's how you can think about yourself. Like, and so, in fact, the decision is yours to release that idea. Like, did you have enough? Do you have enough pain? Did you suffer enough? Do you want to get rid of that? That's possible. But you will have to let go of the idea that you deserve it or that you're not worth anything else. So this is the big deal about accepting your happiness as what is literally yours already. Like accepting the happiness for a human mind is impossible because it will always come up with some criticism, with some idea that it's not worth it. So don't rely on your thinking about it, in other words, to make this happen. It will not happen. Your decision not to use your mind, you could say, not to use your limited ideas and to ask for the miracle, it would be the way to go because otherwise it's literally impossible. Like, how could you possibly be happy if there's still a part of you that's sinful or a part that is guilty? That's impossible. And this impossibility, well, we said this the other day too, but that's always where it comes back to. Like, it needs to be recognized for what it is. Like, whatever you think is going on in your dream needs to be recognized for what it is. It has no meaning. It has no real effect. It is not really there. It's a dream. It's an imagining. It's literally you make it up. You make it up, and you will have to see that you make it up. And you have to feel that. You can even do it like this, is like feeling all that and allowing that to be completely your world for just a second. Not trying to escape it, but literally trying to collapse right into it. And this is what I meant. Like, I've described this many times, but it's like the beginning of my say transformational spiritual experience. There was this that I saw, that I was afraid of everything. Well, I was fighting that for a long time. and I'm ignoring it and denying it for a long time. But then this moment came and I had enough of it. I could not stand it any longer. Now this was the moment that something could happen, because I allowed it to just fall in on me, like literally to collapse in on me, and to let it take me, to literally be born again in it, so that a new experience can come to you. Recognizing that everything that I've done, okay, so there it is. I've made it real and I feel the pain of it totally. And now I don't know. I literally don't know. The next thing I don't know. I allow myself to collapse into that. It's like, it's totally impossible. I've no idea how to get out of it. I've tried everything. And here I am. Well, this is exactly the spot where something can shift. So this is our healing practice. And you see here, in fact, too, like, it cannot be that a part of you is sinful and at the same time that you are completely happy. That's literally impossible. Now, the acceptance of your happiness is literally the release of everything else. Happiness is already there. The release of everything else that's in the way is the only thing that needs to occur. So these lessons 101, 102, 103 are very helpful, because they all basically rub happiness in your face. It's like, here you want happiness, here you want happiness, here you want happiness. Well, take a look at this. See what you do. You don't have to do that. You can literally release that. You can let go of that. Just ask for help. There is no sin. So just come to the idea there is no sin. It has no effect. So that is really the elements, the essence of the lessons that are happening right now. So great material to work with to clean your inner ideas about sin and about guilt, about all the stuff that's in the way for you to just be happy for no reason whatsoever. Not because you deserve it, not because you did something right, not because you did something wrong. No, it has nothing to do with it. Literally, all your ideas have nothing to do with it. Now here, there you go. There you enter into your new experience of yourself. That was how simple it was. It's extremely simple. God's will for me is perfect happiness. There is no sin. It has no consequence. All right, so going to chapter 8. Only perception can be sick, because perception can be wrong. See? It's like only perception can be sick. There's no such thing as sickness, but only perception can be sick, because perception can be wrong. And it's many times. Wrong perception is distorted willing, which wants things to be as they are not. Yeah, so that's a real deep expression. Wrong perception is distorted willing. It's like, what does will and perception have to do with one another? All right, well, here we go. Wrong perception is distorted willing. So what do perception and willing have to do with one another? So you try to make something happen that's literally impossible. And this, to me, is the backbone of the lessons now. Like, distorted perception is distorted. It has nothing to do with the reality of you. It has nothing to do with what is really there. But it can, say, imagine to you something that seems to be not complete, not whole, not perfect, not all of this. But see, this is the thing. It has to do with what is it that you want. Now, this is what you saw with Master Teacher's words in the Pick Up Your Bed and Walk too. It's like, this is the occurrence. Like, what is it that you want? What is it that you want? You want to negotiate with God and have some of your plan being fulfilled, and on the other hand, experience the love of God completely. That's impossible. There's no negotiation. There's no deal to be made here. So this comes back, like, No, distorted perception gives you things that are literally impossible. There is no sin. There's only happiness. There is no sin. So you have to accept that idea, you could say. You have to accept the idea that there's no such thing as sin. There's no such thing as sickness. There's no such thing as time. There's no such thing as suffering. There literally, it is impossible. It's impossible. Now you say like, okay, well, I see it. Yeah, that is what we call distorted perception. So that doesn't mean that you can't get rid of it. No, it can be corrected because the perception is wrong. Like it doesn't tell you anything. This is the same as what I said, like the occurrence, the outside occurrence that you are perceiving is in fact a meaningless occurrence. Nothing I see means anything. No, not even the suffering, not even the dying, not even the this and the that. It's like nothing I see means anything. This is lesson 1, isn't it? Wow. See, this is, how many times have you heard lesson 1? How many times have you denied it in your perception? Equal times. Otherwise you would come into the total acceptance of the idea. No, you still believe that what you see has meaning. This is what you have to admit to yourself. Oh my God, I'm actually giving this meaning. I really think it does something, it has an effect, and it's doing this and doing that, and causing pain, and causing this and that, no. Now this mechanism is basically going on all day in your mind, because you are confronted with perception, with ideas, with images. You're continuously confronted with images. They always give you an idea of, oh my God, I hope that's not going to happen. So it triggers concern. It triggers foreboding, or feelings of foreboding, like something really terrible is going to happen. Oh my God, well, now what to do with that? See, your mind is engaged in that. So it wants to do something with it, and it literally haywires. It doesn't know a solution because it's literally a total chaos that it's looking in. And what it calls thinking is not going to give it any solution. This is a state of being as a human being. This is your state of being present. It's chaos, trying to solve and discover the patterns in chaos, trying to solve chaos with another chaos. Sounds familiar, right? Looks like the world that you see when you turn on your television or your news app. Like suddenly you see like, oh my God, it's all this chaos. There's like, is there any of that suffering real? It's like, see, here we go. Going back to our place here. Going back to the lessons. Taking time. Nothing I see means anything. And back and back and back. Like doing these lessons. Sees like, brings you into a place where you recognize, oh wow, this is not what I thought it was. Perception is just a mistake. I really believed all that was true, and I tried to engage with it and tried to find solutions for it, but my perception was wrong. It's distorted. Now I can never be happy if I believe that to be my reality. I can never be happy. There will always be more problems, always more so-called solutions being offered, but then they lead to nothing because the problem isn't real. You try to solve problems that don't have any reality. Now this is so deep and so all-encompassing that it's unbelievable. You can literally, this is what you do, you fill your whole day with it. In fact, or temporary moments of release where you forget, like, oh yeah, this is not real. Wait, I'm doing my lesson. I'm having my meditation moment. Oh, what a relief. None of this is so. Now I come back to my peace. You know, this goes on and on and on. It's unbelievable. So, welcome back. Welcome to this practice. It's great that we can do this. It's really lovely. And we keep repeating it, keep remembering it. You don't want to miss out on this. Like you don't want to skip this in that sense. Oh, here we are. The reality of everything is totally harmless, because total harmlessness is the condition of its reality. It is also the condition of your awareness of reality. So, I missed that. I'll do it again. The reality of everything is totally harmless. Yeah? Totally harmless. Because total harmlessness is the condition of its reality. It is also the condition of your awareness of its reality. See how profound that is? You can easily spend a week with this, and it will reveal more and more and more to you, because this is an incredible expression. The reality of everything is totally harmless, because total harmlessness is the condition of its reality. It is also the condition of your awareness of its reality. You do not have to seek reality. It will seek you and find you. You do not have to seek reality. It will seek you and find you when you meet its conditions. Its conditions are part of what it is. And this part only is up to you. The rest is of itself. Yeah, this is so profound. Wow. It will seek you and find you. You can trust that. It will seek you and find you when you meet its conditions. Its conditions are part of what it is, and this part only is up to you. The rest is of itself. Yeah, missed it again. It will seek you and find you when you meet its conditions. Its conditions are part of what it is, and this part only is up to you. The rest is of itself. In fact, when you recognize this as the occurrence within you, you come to, oh, my perception. I allow my perception to be, corrected. I want to see beyond this. I want to, above all else, I want to see, lesson 20, above all else, I want to see. I want to see this differently, but literally as the only thing that I want. Above all else, I want to see. Above all else, I want to see. Now here I am, within my impossibility, with everything collapsing in on itself, not having any solution to any of my problems any longer, like in a total devastation, you could say. I'm saying, above all else, I want to see. Now you meet its conditions, because there's nothing else you want. So this is the entrance of you to come into a different experience of yourself, literally in all its simplicity. And it works 100% always. If you meet its conditions, it is there. That's the simplicity of this. You want to see this differently? That's given to you. If you don't experience it, you don't want it to be given to you. You want to hold on to the misery and pain and death. This is the point that we're talking about, that Master Teacher was talking about in the beginning. It's like the denial of it. That is the denial of it. Here's the healing solution. This is the miracle healing of this is a spiritual healing center. Now it offers you everything just by you wanting that, to receive that. So let's see, maybe we can all read a paragraph. There are not that many paragraphs today, so I will get started. So if you feel like joining in, go for it. Workbook lesson 103. God being love is also happiness. God being love is also happiness. Happiness is an attribute of love. I'll make it a little bigger. Happiness is an attribute of love. It cannot be apart from it, nor can it be experienced where love is not. Wow. Love has no limits, being everywhere. And therefore, joy is everywhere as well. Yet can the mind deny that this is so, believing that there are gaps in love where sin can enter, bringing pain instead of joy. This strange belief would limit happiness by redefining love as limited and introducing opposition in what has no limit and no opposite.
La peur est associée alors à l'amour. Et ces résultats deviennent l'héritage des esprits qui pensent que ce qu'ils ont fait est réel. Ces images, qui n'ont aucune réalité en vérité, témoignent de la peur de Dieu. Témoignent de la peur de Dieu, oubliant qu'étant amour, doit être joie. Cette erreur fondamentale, nous essaierons à nouveau de la porter à la vérité aujourd'hui en nous enseignant à nous-mêmes. Dieu étant amour est aussi bonheur. Avoir peur de lui, c'est avoir peur de la joie. Commence tes périodes d'exercice aujourd'hui par cette association qui corrige la fausse croyance que Dieu est peur. Elle met aussi l'accent sur le fait que le bonheur t'appartient à cause de ce qu'il est.
Allow this one correction to be placed within your mind each waking hour today, and then welcome all the happiness it brings as truth replaces fear, and joy becomes what you expect to take the place of pain. God being love, it will be given you. Bolster this expectation frequently throughout the day, and quiet all your fears with this assurance, kind and wholly true. God, being love, is also happiness, and it is happiness I seek today. I cannot fail because I seek the truth. God, being love, is also happiness. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining today in this healing class, in this Passion of Resurrection healing class. And thank you so much for your participation in this. And I hope to see you soon. Thank you for everything. And bye for now.